Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. Liverpool without 6 key players for Man United match after latest injury news. In order to play Manchester United, Liverpool may be without up to 6 first-team players due to the injuries to Joel Matip, Diogo Jota, and Alexis Mac Allister. Prior to their match against Manchester United, Liverpool have no new injury concerns. Nevertheless, manager Jurgen Klopp will be missing at least 6 players while defender Joel Matip starts his recuperation. In the Reds' last Europa League group stage match against Union Saint-Gilloise on Thursday, Jurgen Klopp made 9 changes from the team that defeated Crystal Palace the previous Saturday, giving them practically total control over their lineup. Alisson Becker, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk were all left out of the team that travelled to Brussels this week, so the German head coach gave some of the Kirkby Academy grads chances to play dead rubber at Lotto Park. Together with Jarell Quansah, Ibrahima Konate was one of the older players included in the starting 11 for Liverpool. He played 45 minutes at the back. With Cody Gakpo heading the line, Wataru Endo and Harvey Elliott were also given starts, along with Curtis Jones, who led the Reds against the Belgian league leaders. The Reds attempted to win, offering runouts to Ryan Gravenberch and Darwin Núñez, but they were unable to overcome the gap, allowing Union SG to record a historic 2-1 victory. Liverpool seems to come out of it unhurt, and Klopp will have options besides the returning casualties and long-term ailments. This was due to the chance to rest a lot of first-team players. Defender Matip was substituted during the 4-3 victory over Fulham in early December, and he underwent successful surgery to repair an anterior cruciate ligament injury. Stefan Bajcetic is still a long-term absentee, but seeing Thiago Alcantara in photos at the AXA training center, where he posed with Sulla to celebrate his most recent milestone, was encouraging. The Spanish midfielder's last Reds game was against West Ham in April. He hasn't played for the team yet this season. Last week, Klopp expressed his delight about the 32-year-old's potential comeback to first-team training. "It's an ongoing thing," he stated. "We also can't put any pressure on him there, but we anticipate his return sometime in the new year." Since November has already arrived, which translates to an additional 4 weeks, I think it would be reasonable to attempt that. To be honest, we are eager for him to return. The player is simply outstanding. I appreciate your inquiry, however at this time we are unable to provide a week-by-week update as things are not going to alter significantly. Andy Robertson is also getting closer, hoping to make a comeback from a shoulder injury in the new year. The Scotland captain hasn't played since the 2-2 draw with Brighton and Hove Albion in October due to surgery for an injury sustained while serving with the Tartan Army internationally. Diogo Jota and Alexis Mac Allister are still in the Liverpool treatment room. Jota was substituted out of the 1-1 tie with Manchester City before the hour mark, but it seems too early to use him in the match against Manchester United. Due to his ongoing recuperation following a hard tackle he sustained during the team's victory over Sheffield United 1 week ago, Mac Allister will be absent from Erik ten Hag's visit. Before the Group E UEFA Europa League match between our Union Saint-Gilloise and Liverpool FC at Stade Joseph Marine, manager of Liverpool Jurgen Klopp was pictured with manager of Union Saint-Gilloise Alexander Blesson. "I am obviously not a doctor, but they have explained it to me every single day why he is not ready yet, and it's a bit more tricky than we thought in the first moment," Klopp stated on Wednesday. The other boy then trod on his knee and the stud, the piece beneath the boot, going through the muscle almost all the way to the bone. "Therefore, we must now wait for the bone to mend and for Macca to be able to handle the discomfort. It hurts a little bit, and Macca is a really strong guy, but the most important thing is to make sure there is no infection and nothing bad happens." Hence, it was this is the first injury one of my players has ever sustained. But now we have it and I hope it will not take that long to heal, but I would like to say to it is day by day, and it looks like he could be ready for the next game, but they say he will not be ready for that as well, so I hope the next 3 or 4 days he makes big steps and we will see. He's not been good, Jose Enrique says 20-year-old Liverpool youngster was actually poor last night. Jarell Quansah received a lot of appreciation for his Liverpool performance on Thursday. When the defender scored his first goal for Liverpool in the Europa League, naturally, the majority of attention was directed towards it. On his YouTube channel, Jose Enrique claims that Quansah shouldn't necessarily be too proud of his performance during the middle of the week. Enrique asserted that this was the first time he had watched the defender play live and that he was unimpressed, saying that the defender wasn't particularly good defensively in the Europa League. Enrique is not impressed. The commentator delivered his assessment of the defender. However, he hasn't been performing well today. He's clearly received a lot of accolades, but I still don't think I fully agree with him. I've been watching the games on Wiscout the day after because I've been busy, but today is the first time I've seen him in person. I need to see him more games to get a better look at him. Fair enough that he scored the goal, but I don't think he's played well on defense, Enrique remarked. Dead rubber. It's true that Quansah wasn't playing at his best on Thursday, but the Liverpool squad as a whole wasn't at its best either. The Reds entered this game with the knowledge that it would be a dead rubber, having previously established their superiority over the group. Quansah and the other players are not to fault for letting up on the gas in this particular game. The 20-year-old has, for the most part, performed admirably for Liverpool this season. Although he still has a lot to prove, he appears to be an exciting prospect and is undoubtedly progressing in the right direction. Despite not having his finest game this week, Quansah should be full of confidence after scoring this goal. Manchester United stance on Erik ten Hag sacking before Liverpool showdown. If Liverpool wins Sunday's Premier League match between Manchester United and Liverpool at Anfield, Erik ten Hag, the manager of Manchester United, may come under management pressure. If Manchester United loses badly to Liverpool on Sunday, Erik ten Hag's job as manager may come under greater pressure. The former head coach of Ajax has been under pressure at Old Trafford after a poor start to the season in both Europe and the Premier League. After 7 losses so far, United is currently 6th in the English Premier League. The most recent setback increased the pain in Greater Manchester as AFC Bournemouth defeated United 3-0 at the Theatre of Dreams. Kingsley Coman's goal put Bayern Munich at the bottom of Group A, ending ten Hag's team's hopes of moving on to the next round of the Champions League. The under-fire Dutchman will be under greater pressure if Liverpool hand United another crushing loss, the Manchester Evening News reports. Ten Hag is anticipated to escape the firing chair and continue leading them when they travel to London to play West Ham United, despite sources in the story claiming his position will be seen as weaker if they lose at Anfield for the 3rd time in a row. The Ineos Group is trying to confirm their 25% ownership in the takeover negotiations that are still going on in Manchester. John Murtough, the club's football director, is rumoured not to plan to file for resignation, while Patrick Stewart, the acting chief executive, lacks the authority to take action. United has changed managers a lot in the last few years, with losses to the Reds appearing to be the tipping point. In the 5-0 thumping, Mohamed Salah became the first player to score a hat-trick at Old Trafford, adding insult to injury for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was fired a month later. The last straw for Jose Mourinho during his tenure in the Northwest was Xherdan Shaqiri's double. The controversial tactician's tenure with the Red Devils came to an end in a 3-1 loss in 2018, which dropped them out of the top 4 Premier League spots by 11 points. Prior to their matchup with the Premier League leaders on Sunday, United will be dealing with multiple injury concerns. Prior to the game, the injured list included Christian Eriksen, Tyrell Malacia, Amad Diallo, Mason Mount, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Marcus Rashford, Anthony, and Mason, all knee. Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire, who hobbled out of Tuesday's Champions League loss with hamstring and groin injuries, respectively, added to the selection headache. Despite practicing, Victor Lindelof was not included in the squad during midweek. Should he recover, he might be in line for a starting position alongside Rashford and Martial. Hello the Cop, Please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days.